class, except fun. That's the best description for it. I am going to absolutely bore you to death with building, you know? But I hope you're in for that, because we're building a cool factory that mines bitcoins. I don't know. That's the title, right? That's what I made the title today? I don't keep track of what I make my stream titles at all. But yeah, hi. How's it going? I hope you're enjoying the cool channel rewards. They're very fun. Yes, I can tell you're all having great fun with them. And honestly, that's all I could have ever asked for when I made them. I already got some more ideas as to what I want to put on them as well. I've got basically limitless possibilities as to what they let you do with those. So you damn well know I'm probably going to set up more of them eventually. Yeah. Alright, has everybody gotten it out of their systems? We might see a few more. Alright. Yes, there's more sus. Okay. Come on, everybody, get your susses out. If you follow, you get 300 free points, right? So, like, you gotta spend them. Come on. I'm not seeing enough. I'm not seeing enough of them. There we go. Much better. Much better. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's gonna, like... I don't even know if it can redeem these all quickly enough. Like, the system that is set up to redeem all of these and put them on screen, I wonder if it's either going to start refunding people because it can't redeem them quickly enough, or if it's just going to be, like, basically constantly flashing the image for the next, like, 10 minutes. Either one is fun by me, but, you know, yeah, it's just going to be there for a while. Pretty sure refund it might. Alright, I guess if it can't redeem it then. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because it does refund them if it can't do it, so I'm assuming if somebody can, you know, redeems it while the image is currently on screen, and it can't actually, you know, toggle it, then that's gonna be the case. Well, I could move it, but I could also just leave it in the center of the screen. And we're just gonna be looking at this for the next, you know, 10 or so minutes. I don't know how long the backlog is gonna be. But yeah. Are you a sussy baka or a bussy sucker? I refuse to answer that question. I don't know why I read that message out, but I guess they do stick out a little, like, actual chat messages do stick out a little bit more when the entire rest of the chat is just X has redeemed sus 100. Yeah, smart fella or fart smeller is a better one. I would argue I am the former, but, you know. That's all there is to it. Anyway, in case you were wondering what we were doing, you know, you can't really see right now because there's an image of Germer flashing on the screen every 500 milliseconds. Wait, as I say that, there was a little bit of a pause. I've you know, I've been setting up like a factory to like build stuff and stuff. Honestly, like don't worry about it. We're gonna just like, we're gonna send shit to space eventually. That's the idea behind it. Yeah. Yeah. For the time being, I'm trying to remember. These things have like a use, right? These I want to put these into storage. Well, I want to buffer them at least. Yeah, that's fine. Just a storage bin will do for now. That's fun. Why is it so awesome? I don't know, man. This game sometimes, man. All right, this is better. Bada bing, bada boom. Audio died. I don't know what you're talking about. That seems to be on your end, probably. It's the worst channel point reward ever. Yes, and that's why I have it. Because I hate good content. And I also hate myself. Or something. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Look, guys, we're making, like, cooling systems or whatever. I don't know what they're actually used for, but they're cool. Next thing I gotta make is the frickin' fused modular frames. Which is going to require more nitrogen gas and more aluminum casings. Right. This is gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't it? This is gonna be a bit of a problem. Answer me, Sony. What did... Oh, do you want some freshly made pancakes? Sure, I'll take your pancakes. It's been a while since I've ever had pancakes. Actually, now you remind me. Like, I've actually not eaten pancakes in real life for probably at least 10 years. I've just never had them. Because I've eaten the same shit for breakfast for at least the last, like, 17 years, but... Besides that, yo, we got a different redemption in there. Holy. Wow, crazy. So... Yeah, I'm gonna need to automate some more stuff here. I'm gonna need 150 more aluminum casings. Do I even have that much? Okay, chat, it's math time. It's math time. This is where the fun begins. We do some math. Looks like it's super hard to figure out. If you've ever played Factorio, I would argue this game is actually a little bit easier to figure out. Like, the production chains aren't as complex, and resources are infinite, like ore nodes, for instance. Like, we have miners all over the place over there and stuff like that. They're actually infinite, they just have different yields, so, you know, like, the speed at which they produce stuff are different. But, like, this looks complicated, but at the end of the day, it's actually not that bad. I just made, you know, a bunch of belts. How long have you played this game? This save game has 80 hours on it, apparently. 84 hours. Almost 85. Yeah. A lot of it has happened on stream as well. It's a very fun game, though. And this is my second playthrough. I did another one last year that was not as long. But yeah. You know what? Now that there's so many people here, let me show you around the factory. So this isn't actually the main factory necessarily. It's very large, and it makes a lot of stuff, but it actually, like, puts it all into trains and then ships it off to the main base. So let me show you to the home. Now, I could take a train to go home, but where's the fun in taking the train when there's a way more fun mechanic in this game to actually fly around with? Oh, I just spoiled it, didn't I? Yeah, you can just fly. You can yeet yourself. No big deal. I have a Jello snack pack. You want orange half? Sure. Wouldn't it be funny if the orange half didn't taste like oranges? That would be pretty funny, right? That would be kind of like a subversion of expectations or something like that. So yeah, this main factory, which I'm actually probably going to tear down at some point off stream and then completely redo. Because, you know, stealing all the credit. I never said that I built that. I just said that that's a thing that exists. This game's so pretty. It is very pretty, which is why I play it. I mean, it's got satisfying in the name. So it's supposed to be satisfactory and all that stuff. But yeah, this is the main, like, first factory that I actually built. And I did build most of this. Peace, you know, my friend who I was playing with for most of this. He only built the cannons. But, you know, there's like a big storage room. It's got all kinds of stuff in storage bins that I need to build. But again, because this has a little bit too little space, I'm going to expand this at some point. Or, like, tear this entire place down and get rid of it again. And then it's just a bunch of production over here. You know, some stuff here. Let me take you to the second floor. I did do a lot of... You know, I spent a lot of time on making the second floor look very pretty back when I built it. I put in, like, all kinds of interior walls and, like, little windows to look at the production that is happening. Like, this is smelting down some iron, and then it's all, like, getting sent around. Unfortunately, I couldn't put walls here because the game is made by cowards. But then, you know, it gets, like, crafted into plates, and then the plates go around, and they do something in here. Like, you can walk around and go inside, see, oh, it's making screws or something. No, it's making reinforced plates. There you go. And then you can go around more. It's a pretty game. This is where the screws are getting made, yeah. Just cool stuff. Just cool stuff. But yeah, this is like the quote-unquote main base, even though the least amount of stuff actually happens here. It's actually pretty empty. And not much going on. The top floor doesn't have anything on it at all. The more interesting stuff is when it gets complex. I will show you another thing that Peas built, though. which is also very fun and has absolutely nothing to do with the main point of why you're actually playing this game, which is, you know, automating resources and building a factory. It's the skate park, which you can just ride around in this little car, and you can just, like, have fun. There you go. You just drive around. It's... You can even put, like, a little warning siren on top, so people know that you're coming. And then, you know, get some sick... Shred some gnar, and also flip yourself over, so you have to reset it. There you go. My favorite part is the pipe, though. Like, you just line yourself up, and then you just hold the W key, and for some reason this thing has enough traction to completely defy the laws of physics sometimes, but also sometimes just flip over for no reason. Presentation effect, really. But yeah, for some reason this thing can just, like, you know, defy physics as we know it. It's also gonna hit the other car and probably flip out. Oh, never mind, it's actually completely fine. He hit a 450 pop shove it. I can't believe it. But you know, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna not die because I actually don't take fall damage there. So yeah. There's a huge train station over there where, like, the goods come in from over the world and then get sent on these belts that just take it into storage. There's another small building here that does absolutely nothing. Do you recommend the game? I hear good stuff about it. This game is very fun. I've had it for a year now. And I've had a lot of enjoyment in it. If you enjoyed Factorio, if you enjoyed, like, Minecraft with, like, tech mods or something like that, it's certainly something that is very recommendable. Let me show you the oil factory. My prized possession that I built earlier this week on Wednesday. It took like 6 hours to build. It's quite a lot of work. Like a lot of work. He's coping, it actually sucks. Yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, it's sunk cost fallacy, like I spent money on this game, so I'm just trying to make the money I spent on it seem worth it. Now, the game is like, it's only like $30, right, on Steam? Like, for the amount of time that you get, if you're into this type of game, it's absolutely worth it. Plus, it's still in early access, and considering that it's actually pretty well polished. Now, I've never actually ended up putting walls on this place, huh? Like, it's all open, it's just a sandwich. Still. I just got reminded of that again, because I usually don't have a reason to come back over here again. But, you know, this is making a ton of plastic and rubber. Like, a lot of it. I'm not even gonna bore you with all the nuances about how this build works. But basically, oil come in, and, plastic/rubber come out. In a very complex production chain that turns the oil into fuel and, like, some residue, and then it turns the residue into plastic, and as you can see, it takes a lot of buildings to do that, and then it does the same shit above. Again, it makes the fuel and stuff, and then it turns it into rubber up here, and it's just... Figuring out these ratios for all these machines to work at peak efficiency, you know, it broke me. It broke something in me. And then over there, that's my power plant. Don't mind the fact that that's, you know, probably polluting this planet. That's just part of this game, is the fact that you can pollute without repercussion at all. But again, this is just 2 floors making fuel, and, like, you know, getting sent over there to about 70 fuel generators on each floor. That's 2 floors, by the way. It's 2 floors, by the way. Just generating about, I don't know, 20 gigawatts of power? No big deal. I need that power. And I haven't even worked on nuclear yet. I'm working towards that right now. I need to, get a few more parts automated. I think I could technically set up nuclear production already if I wanted to. But I'd rather have all the parts prepared beforehand, just to make my life a little bit easier later down the line. But you can have nuclear power. There's uranium that you can mess around with. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Let's go on a train ride. If there's a train that just happens to be around right now. Maybe not. Doesn't look like there is, never mind. Unfortunate, really. Oh well. Compared to the game that RT played half an hour ago, this game's so much more polished even though it's in early access. I mean, it's been in early access since, like, I want to say 2019. So it's been, you know, for 2 years. And over those 2 years, it has certainly changed quite a lot. Like, they've added a lot of content. I don't remember if they ever said when they were gonna... when they were expecting to have this game finished. But I know that they want to release the next major update later this year. Which is gonna have another big swath of content, I'm assuming. But the stage of the game, like, the stage of the game that is at right now already, I would say, is actually already, like, I would argue release ready. Like, I think it's totally capable to be released in this state, and I don't think anybody would complain. Like, it's got enough content to be, you know, considered a full game. So yeah. Lots of belts just going around me. Like, the main reason I want to rebuild this entire thing is this mess. Because of all the belts running from the train station over there, like the massive train station. Back here, like, there's all kinds of resources running on these belts. It has a certain, you know, prettiness to it, obviously. All these belts just, like, running all over the place and stuff. I'm also apparently not capable of flying here. There you go. Like, it's got something to it, right? But it's a little messy, and I can probably make that look a little bit better. Yeah. I mean, this is a small dev team. Matter of fact, did you know, the people that are making this game, they made fucking Goat Simulator. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. That's a funny bit of trivia. Just in case you were wondering. Oh, there's a crate here that I apparently just left. So, you know, just a funny little bit of trivia in case you were ever curious. Anyway, what was I working on? I actually forgot already now. Just showing you around the little bits. Like, there's more parts all over the world. Like, there's a small factory down here making heavy steel beams, and then, you know, like, there's some trains collecting stuff from places here. There's my electronics factory. You know what? Let me show you around the electronics factory. That's not too far away. Let's take the hypertube. Have some fun. People who publish this game also publish Deep Rock Galactic. That's true. They actually did do that. You're not wrong. Don't mind that we're phasing through the ground. That's just part of the fun. So that everything, you know, goes left and right all over the place. Wow. Cool. I think they also made the Sanctum games, right? Coffee Stain. They also made Sanctum 1 and 2. If you've ever heard of those. I think I remember I played at least one of them, if not both, at some point. Like, way back in, like, 2013. I think, they were either free for a while, and, like, you know, somebody... Or, like, somebody gifted it to me or something like that, and then, like, we played it with a couple of friends. Yeah, I know, I, like, read that there's, like, a little cave with an Easter egg in reference to the Sanctum games. So that's the, NVIDIA graphics card factory over there, as I've dubbed it, because it makes circuit boards and computers and all that. This game can make a computer overheat. I will tell you that when I play this game, the temperature in my room increases by at least 10 degrees. It makes my PC run hot compared to almost anything else that I've ever played. This game makes my PC run a lot hotter and create a lot more heat. So, yeah. You know, just another factory from the inside. That's the wrong thing. I don't need the gas mask, I need the hover pack. So it's just making computers. There's the gaming computers we ship off all over the world. We've got just a bit of purification up here, and then another floor, I believe this is just making high-speed connectors. Yeah, I'm pretty non-space efficient, but yeah, it's making high-speed connectors, so... It's just, you know, the graphics card factory. And when I ran out of VRAM with it, to be fair, it isn't actually in Windows, it's just being stupid since it's fine on Linux. Interesting. This game runs on Linux. I never knew. Also, perfect time for my internet to start dying, huh? Don't worry, it's just visual, and it should not last long. You should still be able to hear me fine. The stream freezes every once in a while, that happens. There you go, we're actually fine again already. It's just a very short... Oh yeah, we can take a train ride. Perfect. There you go. There we go. Internet has stabilized again. Alright. Cool little train ride, you know? It's fully loaded. Transporting all the goods back home. The trains are, I would argue, one of the best parts of this game. First of all, because they don't give a damn about the world at all. They just collide with whatever they want. You know, they just phase through reality itself. They don't really care. Alright, see you, Gandalf. Have a good one, dude. And then they also actually are by far the most efficient way of transporting goods over long distances. But, you know, like a big old train station here. The train just runs into its station, drops off all the goods, and there we go. There's also drones. I haven't messed around with the drones much yet because I haven't really found a good application for them. But there are... Oh yeah, there's this as well. In case you were... It needs fuel. Right, hold on. There you go. We got the Tesla Cybertruck. As you can see, it's got a blazing top speed of 20 kilometers per hour. It's truly beautiful. Anyway, there's drones, right? And the ports are massive. These drones, they run on batteries, which I don't happen to have on me, but that's fine. But you can, like, use them. You can set up two of these ports, like one at your base and one somewhere out, and the drone will just fly between it and, you know, transport goods and stuff. So it's good for, like, remote areas where you don't feel like running rails over to them. But that being said, I just straight up don't have any idea for that yet. I don't know. I don't know where I want to use those, you know? Yeah, if you're wondering, if you're coming from RT's stream, he stopped streaming and raided me. That's why you're here now, Rubber Duck. That's why you're here now. All right. So I wanted to automate these fused frames, right? Yeah, fused modular frames. Right, let me do the math again. So this is what I was worried about. This is why I got scrambled up before we go. Yeah, drones can fly over cliffs. Drones, they navigate the terrain freely. They can do that. They can do however they please. I need to do some math because I think I have like 480 aluminum casings I'm making. I'm gonna have to use 150 of them to make the item I'm about to make. And this is where all the math aspects of this game come in. So you gotta be a little mathematics. How long will we be streaming for? Considering I'm only about 2 hours into the stream, at least 2 more, probably 3 more, depending on what project I take on in the game. That's usually how the flow goes for this. But on average, I usually stream about 5 hours, so yeah. Might be good for quick transport. Unfortunately, riding on the drone is not as easy as riding on a train. Because the drone, like, you can't enter it, you can't sit in it, and it likes to kick you off if you're sitting on top of it. So, yeah, for transport, they're great technically, like in theory, but in practice, they're a little finicky. And quite possibly deadly. So, let me think in. How much... These are making 360 of these aluminum casings right over here. These bad boys. And then I've set up another small chain that makes, I believe, another 70? This makes 60, this makes 68, so 128. So we're making 488 of these aluminum casings. Now I just gotta do the math on how many of them I'm actually using. So I know if I have 150 to spare, or I need to actually start panicking because I will not, you know, I will not have enough to actually produce what I'm trying to produce. So, These go around here to make radio control units, which is 90 times 2.5, so that's like what? 225. So let's do the math here. So that leaves us with 263.
Okay.
Okay. Where else are they getting used? I think I've got another small thing that uses them. It splits off right here, goes along the ceiling over here, and I believe just goes in here, right? I think this only uses like 30. Okay, perfect. So we still have enough. I'm only gonna need 150. Which is fine. Perfect. Cool. So the only other part for this is actually gonna be pretty easy. This is gonna be rather simple, all things considered. The only other part that this thing I'm gonna be making needs is nitrogen gas, which we're having come in over here. Currently it's only going into this blender, but we can split some of that pipe and just build another one. And then the only other thing I need is heavy modular frames. Now, here's a fun idea I had. Technically, I've got a factory down here near this train station that is making heavy modular frames already. And it's making enough that I could theoretically just take them from here, deliver them up here, and then process them down. And I have a train that's already running from the main storage where these are getting sent to here, right? So all I have to do is just load them into the train and then have them offloaded here. That's the easy way. It's just a bit of logistics work. The fun way would be to also manufacture them here, which is a little bit more complex. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit more work. But I have the resources here to do it. So really, it's a matter of, do I want to bother building a bunch of machines and doing a bunch of belt work? Or do I just dump them onto a train and have them delivered up here? I thought my factory was big. I went large scale with everything here. I mean, the entire top floor of this place right now is solely dedicated to making aluminum ingots. It's, you know, like it uses 960 bauxite as efficiently as possible. At least with what I could be. It's not the most efficient setup, but as efficiently as I could be arsed to set up. Which is, well, I think a total of like 1,100 ingots or some shit like that. Like, let me just do some quick back of the napkin calculations here. If I want to make heavy modular frames here, I gotta make 3 per minute, right? I have the wiki open in the background to aid me in my thing. I never got far in this game. Does it feel as grindy with the new update? So last time I played was update 3. Since the new update, I would argue it's gotten a little bit better. Like, the end game is a little bit more refined now. There's different new parts to make. Like, the ones that you do make are... Like, the old ones have gotten slightly simpler in terms of their recipes. There's, like, a final stage to the space elevator now that's extremely grindy if you want to make all those parts. Like, I did some calculations. If you want to have those parts work at just the default rates, it's going to take you, like, 50 hours to complete that stage. And all you get as a reward is, like a little statue. You just, like, can show off that you've done it, right? So, obviously, there's no real ending yet. But I would argue, like, with all the new mechanics, like, the hover pack makes building a lot more fun. As you can see, I'm just flying around here, having a fun time. There's mods that make building a little bit easier, obviously. You might see some of those if I actually go around to build the heavy modular frames here, which I think I will. Because, yeah, let me do some calculations. I need to make 3 of them per minute. Which means... If I use the encased frame recipe, give me... Do I not have a manufacturer on this floor? I guess I don't. I don't have motors on me. Well, that's not a problem. We're making them right over here. I can just grab a few from this. No problem. Would you look at that? Boom. Easy peasy. So, what I want to do is I want to use... it closes the recipes in here, that's why. I want to make this. Perhaps you're getting as far. I couldn't play too long alone and maintain my sanity. I did play, like, the majority of this playthrough was with a friend who has since gotten bored of the game. So I'm just doing the last bits myself. But, you know, it's helped a bit. Like, we could split up some of the work. He mostly did just mucking around and building stupid stuff, but he built the cannons, which is pretty nice. So if I want to make 3 of these per minute, I'd have to overclock this a bit, right? Like, say I overclock this a bit, take it to 3, that takes it 6% above. So, let's say I need 7.5 modular frames. Modular frames are super easy to make. That's just going to take a bit of iron and steel, and I have tons of that. So no problem there whatsoever. I'm gonna need... What else do I need? I'm gonna need encased industrial beams. That's just steel and limestone. That's just steel and that's just limestone. So I think I should just build them here, honestly. This is totally doable. I just gotta make sure it's 7.5. I should leave this here just so I can do the math. Because, yeah. Also hook it up to power. Just so I can, like... I don't have to look at this every time. Unfortunately, it's not actually going to show me the new numbers unless I put some stuff in here. I think it has to start making stuff before it can... Okay, so I do still gotta do some math. Well, fine, okay, we'll do 7.5 times 1.06, whatever. I need to make 8 modular frames per minute. Okay, well that's pretty easy. I'm probably gonna end up using... Not this recipe, because it's rather inefficient. Probably the default one, actually. I think that's the best one. I want to say that's the best one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's the best one if I combine this with making these out of steel. So I need 4 of these, which means I need 12 reinforced iron plates, which means I usually use the stitched iron plate for that. I need 12 of these, so I need to build like 2.5 of these. So just some iron plates and some wire. I'll worry about the exact ratios once we get there. Factories were crazy well organized. In my only playthrough I've seen of this game, the guy made a tornado out of conveyor belts. There's 2 kinds of people, right? There's the people that, like... Because at the end of the day, whether you do the conveyor tornado or whether you try to organize everything like I did, you know, trying to have, like, blocks of machines and stuff like that. At the end of the day, as long as the resources you feed into the one end are the same, and the machines are clocked at the same speeds, or you have the same amounts or whatever, say the ratios are the same, you're gonna have the same efficiency. It's just, you know, some of them are a little bit easier to troubleshoot than others, I suppose. So yeah. Yeah, I need 2.5 of these, roughly. So iron plates and wire are primitive. Don't have to worry about that. Other than that, iron rods are primitive. Okay, that's the first thing done. This is just gonna need pipes. This is also just pipes, and this is just a bit of limestone. So I think it's about time that I start bringing in some of the limestone, because we've tapped into some limestone around here already. I just haven't bothered bringing it upstairs yet. But I'm pretty sure we have like a limestone conveyor line somewhere down here that's just waiting to be used. There's one right there, and I think there might be one back here. Hold on, let me peep this back here. Yeah, there's one right here. I'm just gonna have to check what the speed of these actually is, so I know how much I get to work with. It shouldn't be a big problem. Limestone isn't all that rare or expensive, so I'm not worried, but yeah. You are a normal node, no, an impure node, and you're not overclocked. I can overclock you to 150. Let's do this. Leave you at 150. And then I believe there's another node over there somewhere, I believe. That might be the one. If not, it's that one, but I think it's that one right there. It might be this one, actually. Well, I guess I could just follow the belt, right? Turns out it's that one. Okay. The cum sign. The train stations are all called cum. This is another impure, so if I make this, it's also 150, so that's 300 limestone in total, which is 100 concrete, which I think should suffice, but if I can find another node just to be safe, I wouldn't be upset. Unfortunately, I don't think there's another one close by. I think those two are the only ones really close by that we've tapped into. I mean, I could just scan for it. It'll show me those two. Yep. And then the next closest one is a little bit further that way, over in the jungle. Okay. I think 300 should be enough. Let me just do some quick checks here. If I were to turn it into concrete, yeah, it's a 3-to-1 ratio, so I would get 100 concrete. And then I just need to check if 100 concrete is actually enough. So let's fly back up. Also, I'm going for anarchy build on these belts. These are pure anarchy. Mostly because I didn't build this part, so you know, I'm just continuing the tradition of my friend who built these. Yeah, let's just like run this out like this. Have like a merger sitting right there, and then bring this one over as well. Good enough. Should also probably build this out of Mark 5s because I have way more materials for that. Yeah, it's got to go up there somewhere. Let's just bring it over. I'll bring it in at some point. Let's head inside through the wall like you do. And let's take a look here, because I have enough steel. I'm not even worried about the steel at all. I'm making like 720 of it. No problem. Oh, jeez. I just need to calculate how much limestone I actually end up needing here. So you need about, well, you know what? 20.625, right? That's what it is? Times 1.066666. So 22. You know what, I'll leave this number in here just in case. So you need 22 limestone, concrete, which is 66 limestone, so that's totally fine. And then to make the encased industrial beams, using... Pardon me? They, oh no, there they are. This makes 4 per minute. I'm gonna end up needing, well, 9,375. I'm gonna need 10. Yeah, I assumed as much. There's a whole calculator in game, yeah? I need to make 10 of these, so I need 2.5 of these, so I need 2.5 times that, so I need 50 concrete. Yeah, I've got more than enough limestone, okay. No problem at all. More than enough limestone. So nothing is stopping me then. Let's start the modular frames first. They are probably the most, I don't want to say difficult part, but like just complex part, like most nested. So let's start with those, which means we need iron plates and rods. So again, hold on. Just one more. I need 8 modular frames, which means I need 4 of these, which means I need 48 iron rods. And I believe if I just use a constructor, making them out of steel, I get 48. That's fucking beautiful. That is absolutely perfect. You'll love to see it. I'm gonna probably bring the steel around to this site, though, and I'll have this entire chain built on this site, because it's getting a bit cramped over there. Yeah, so I've got 1 steel going over there, 1 going into this chain. I guess I'll just bring this one out, and yeah, we'll just run this around over here. I will leave some space, so I'll leave some space for iron stuff going here, so I think what I want to do is have this go, like, over this way, like that. Yeah, so we'll just have A single constructor sitting like... Yeah, sitting like right there, that's fine. You're gonna make steel rods. I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm gonna put a splitter right in here. You need power, so we'll take it off the... Man, I was really lazy with setting up the power on this floor, dude. Where's all the power poles? On the walls, man. The whole reason you have these is so you can put them on the wall, so you don't have to worry about where to grab power from. Just hook this bad boy up, and there you go. That's making me steel rods. Cool. Very simple, very straightforward. Very easy. That's the rods done. So now I just need to make the plates. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more complex. Again, I'm going to need 12 of those. So let's do some actual math here so I know the exact ratio. So I need 12 of these. Yep. So 12 divided by 5.625. It's going to be 2.13 of these constructors. Okay. So now we do 2.13 times 18.75. And the smart things are just put it in brackets. There you go. Times, what was it, 18.75? 40 iron plates? That's easy. 40 iron plates. I'm pretty sure that's like a... like it makes 20, right? So just 2 of these. Okay. Cool. 2 of these making plates. Easy enough. Here's the fun part. If I can fit these in here, that would be ideal. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. So maybe I do want to turn this around. Actually, yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I think I want to have this... I want to have this differently instead, yeah. Bring this over. All the way. Have this on the center here as well. And just running down like this. And then what we'll do is we'll have a splitter sitting here. Like so. And we'll bring this one layer above. And then we'll have the iron up top, the steel at the bottom. And that way I can have them all in one row. It's going to be a little bit easier. So again, you're going to make steel rods. You're going to be, well, you're going to be splittered here. I can make them go up and down as I need, right? And then I'll just have the power lines, like, sitting right here or whatever. Just leave the rest of it. Okay. So again, I need 2 of these making iron plates. I'll leave a bit of space between them because I like rocking like that. This is where the mods come in, by the way. Being able to construct stuff like this quickly is a goddamn lifesaver. And very, very helpful. So we'll just hook these up to power. Give you a recipe, which is iron plates. And you're gonna start working. Okay, that's the 40 iron plates secured. Cool. Merge those outputs together. Which, by the way, this also obviously needs an output. Okay. And then we just need some wire, which we usually make out of copper, but you can make it out of iron at less efficiency, but it's totally worth it considering how much iron we have. So that's 37.5. So I need 80 wire. And then I'm pretty sure the wire recipe was like 12.5 to 22.5 or something like that. If I actually memorize that number, I am going to shit my pants. Okay, well, don't listen to what I just said. Don't worry about it. But anyway, it's 22.5. So you take that, you divide it by 22.5. So I need 3.5. So 4 constructors and 1 is underclocked. Okay. Totally doable. Totally doable. We just put them right here. You're gonna be making iron wire. You're gonna get this conveyor splitter. And then just straight up hooked it into there. This is where mods are so nice, dude. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to connect up to that. There you go. And then this is clocked down to like 55 point whatever. There you go. Okay. So that's the wire done. So we'll just bring this stuff up. When it comes out. Like that. And this should be pretty good. This should be pretty nice. Bada bing. Bada boom. But that all in like 2 seconds. I mean, that's where, again, that's why mods are so helpful. Like, normally, if I didn't have the mod that allowed me to build them, like, in a row like this, like, I can, you know, build them in a row like this and stuff like that. That's a mod. If I didn't have that, this would take approximately 5 times as long, at least. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain about that. It's very nice to have. Okay, so back to this. I needed, like, 2 point something of these. Need to get rid of the bracket up there. I think 2 and I'll overclock 1. Pancakes are coming. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I think I'll leave some space here and then have these 2 sitting right here. You're gonna be making stitched iron plates. And this is the coolest part about the mod. You see how these, you know, assemblers have 2 inputs? Look at this. Isn't that cool? It can automatically build both constructors for you. Or both splitters. That being said, I think I have to move these back a little bit. That's why this mod is so amazing. So again, stitched iron plate. That's a merge. I'll just make it a splitter. It automatically does all the belt work for you. It's fucking beautiful. I just gotta power them up. And then overclock one of them by like 13% or whatever. What was it exactly? 13%, yeah. So we'll just overclock you to 113.3 repeating. That should give us the total amount of plates that we need, being 12. Again, we can just do the math. 6.37 plus that, so that's 11. Yeah, no, that adds up to 12, yeah. Cool. We just merge these together right here. And we've got the iron plates. We've got the iron rods as well, all the way back here, which is what I left the space for, because then I can technically bring them around and have them connect up there or something like that, but I think I'll just bring them out a bit and have them... I could run them above this. Oh no, they look like meat. I mean, what did you expect when you make pink pancakes? They're gonna be looking a little meaty. As long as they still taste like pancakes, right? That should be fine. Actually, why am I doing it like this? Hold on, I can just bring it up with a belt lift. There you go. It's gonna be a little bit better. We're just gonna have these chilling up there. Yeah. That's very nice, very neat, very beautiful. So then we just hook it into there. It's 11.99 instead of 12 though. I mean, the machine rounds its outputs, but I did the math. Look, I did the math, and it tells me to overclock it to, you know, 113.33333. It just rounds it, so I guess, you know, because this actually does 0.625, but it only says 0.62. So I'm assuming this does 0.735, yeah. And it just says 0.73. So It doesn't lose efficiency. It has everything. It doesn't lose efficiency. It's all still very efficient. Anyway, next step is to then bring these together with the iron rods in 4 constructors, making 8 modular frames. And then I'll worry about the encased beams. And the concrete, probably somewhere over in that area, because I've got steel right there. I might be able to squeeze them in here, but I think it's going to be tight. I think I'll have them over there at the end of the day. And I brought all that steel around there. Yeah, whatever. So 4 of these building modular frames. So the rods come around from here, and those come around from there. Here's what you do. Put a bit of space in between them. Put down 4 of these. Get rid of the 5th one. I'm back from lunch. What did I miss? Just a bunch of building, yeah. Just a bunch of building. Wait, set the recipe in the first one, because it copies it over. Okay. A bunch of beautiful building, mind you. Like, boom. That would have taken literal hours to do without the mod. Let's bring this around. It's like OCD heaven. It do be. It do kind of be like that. If you take the time to line everything up. It do be. Okay, just gotta power them. That's easy. Just put down power poles. In between them, roughly. And they're gonna be making the modular frames. Okay, that's one of our 4 ingredients dealt with. Steel pipes. Let's do those right now. 33.75. So hold on, 1.0666666666 times 33.75 means 36. Okay. 36 steel pipes. That should be pretty easy, all things considered. I think that's just 2 constructors, because they make 20 each. Yeah. I can even underclock one of them if I really wanted to. That's not everything, though, because I'm going to need a few more steel pipes for this as well. So, this is where we double check again. I'm going to need 10 of these, so I need 2.5 times 28, which is 56 plus 14 is 70. I did that in my head, was that right? 2.5 times 28 is 40, 56. Plus another half is, yeah, 14 plus, so it's 70. 70 steel pipes. Plus, the, what, 36 this is going to use makes it 106, so that's 5 and then a bit of this. I'll overclock one of them. How much exactly? If I were to say 106 divided by 20. 5.3. Okay. Can I fit these in back here? So like 5 and an overclocked one. Back here, making steel pipes. I should be able to fit that in here, I feel. That should fit, in my opinion. Seems like it will. Because I can bring the steel over a bit if I have to. I just have to leave enough space for a bit of splitter and merger work, so I think this should do. So we set these to steel pipe. Put the splitters in. Then we overclock the front one by 30% to make the extra 6. And then I just gotta grab the steel, which is currently hidden under here. I'll just squeeze this belt past like so. That's all it does is ever just squeeze past. And there you go. I can power these off the wall, thankfully. which is a good part. I think a really fun challenge in this game as well is to build out your factory floor and then put walls in and actually, like, you know, limit yourself to the space you have available instead of just building a massive platform. Is mod sick? Do you have a list? I do not have a list, but it's only one mod that does like all the mass building. It's called the Smart mod. If you look at the Satisfactory mod launcher or whatever, it's just called Smart mod. The only other mod I have installed is like a little console command mod where I can like type in console commands to like, you know, give me a bit of stuff if I need it. Obviously, I barely use these. These are just for utility. Like, oh, I happen to, you know, the game crashed and I need to recover my world. Stuff like that, right? Just having those is always nice. Alright. Yeah, but that's all I use. At least currently. Apparently a bunch of mods that were working in the older versions of the game have been ported finally, so maybe I'll install those before the next section as well. Who knows? Where's the facecam? I don't use facecam usually. I have one. I just can't be arsed to use it a lot of the time. That's what it boils down to. So that's all the steel pipes I need. Cool. See, there's the face cam right there. Haha. Would you look at that? Okay, so that's the steel pipes done as well. Now I just gotta make the concrete and then combine it with some of the pipes. And yeah, so I'll actually move this. This will probably not end up sitting there. It will probably end up sitting over there instead. I might as well put it in its final resting ground over here. Probably facing... I want to say actually facing from the wall. The input's going to be on the wall. And we'll have it facing out like... I've just realized something though. If I'm making these into fused modular frames, these are directly gonna go into making the modular frames, the fused ones. Yeah, we're gonna get into some real space concerns here. Why is Roach Mode and Wake Up disabled? Are they? I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I probably don't need the storage container here, so that's gonna clear up a lot of space. I'll just have all those cooling systems in my... They're out of stock. I know there's like a limit on how many times they can be redeemed. Per stream. But that limit is like 10. So they should not be at that limit yet, because I know for a fact that they've only been used once during the stream. So all I can imagine is that it's either bugged and I need to quickly check, or there's something else going on. But I'm pretty sure the rewards are set to higher limits. They sure as hell are. They're set to 10 and 20 respectively. So I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to troubleshoot it. Sorry. Right. Where's the limestone anyway? It's gonna be like somewhere down here. I guess your stream went down half an hour ago. It must have, yes. It must have. I suppose the raid made Twitch decide that we should give this guy quality options. Maybe that's why. That is fair. Maybe I don't even want to bring the limestone up on this side. Maybe I want to bring it up on that side over there instead. That actually seems more reasonable. Please let me fly, just so I can demolish this. Come on, just let me deconstruct this. Just ever so slightly. Reclaim all my materials. Also, probably heal so I don't end up dying in a factory accident. So instead of merging them this way, what we'll instead do is we'll have the merger facing that way. And then we'll have those going the other way. Well, in that case, I don't really need the merger here, do I? I'll just bring this around. Pure anarchy mode. Then bring it up over there. So actually... Okay, what's like the funniest way I can do this? That is still gonna be functional. I've got a few ideas. I've got my ideas. Alright, then keep your secrets. My idea is I put a merger in like this. Hook this one into the back, so it's still like pure anarchy. And then we'll just bring it up with a lift. Kind of like that. That looks good to me. I don't really care. Oh, that's perfect. Even better. Build this out a bit. And then we're gonna hook it in right in the corner here. So... put in the wall. Put up the belt. Like that, just so it's easier to hook up the lift. And then all it's gonna need... Now the funniest thing would be to just, 1, 2... Ah, it's too long, never mind. Alright, no funny allowed. Game is made by cowards after all. The game is made by cowards. I mean, they are fun to look at, spaghetti belts. But they're also easier to build. And if you want to have a challenge, you know, every game's got to be hard nowadays. You've got to make everything a challenge. So everything's got to be the Dark Souls of something. So you got to make it a little bit more challenging. Okay. And then we just head in through the wall. The Dark Souls of factory games, exactly. Calm down for pancakes. All right. Just a second, Ma. I'm coming down in a minute. No, I can't pause online games and all that. I just realized I'm gonna have to turn all this fucking limestone into concrete as well. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that part. Wait, this is 300 limestone. It's gonna be 100 concrete. Whoops. 100 divided by 15 means it's 6 construct. Oh, jeez. I should just do this outside, man. Cause it would get really cramped if I did that in here as well. But if I had the concrete coming in right away, cause here's the thing. I need one manufacturer for the heavy modular frames, 2 of these blenders for the fused modular frames. These alone take up quite a bunch of space, and then the manufacturer takes up like that entire square right there. I'm gonna need like 3 more assemblers, unless I overclock heavily, to make encased beams. The assemblers I could line up there, and then I have to bring it all around and into here. Like, it's gonna get really tight if I have to put constructors in here somewhere as well, is what I'm trying to say. Now, I could squeeze them in here and put the blenders here, like the 2 of them here, and then the manufacturer goes here, the assemblers go there, and it could work. Now, I can work vertically. That is a good suggestion. I can put, like, say 3 constructors here, put in some platforms, put 3 more above. That could work. That's actually not a horrible idea. So what we do is we have, like, give it a bit of space off the wall, just like this. Actually, if I don't give it a bit of space, if I squeeze it against the wall as tight as I can, so, like, right there, I can fit in 3 with this belt. And then what you can do, because this is only... these are only 3 tall, is you can technically squeeze in some more? Not quite. But if I were to place these a little bit lower, as low as it lets me, basically, So like there. I think I should be able to get them in here. Sure as hell can. Approaching others' clearance. I'm assuming that's just because these aren't built out enough. Packed in like sardines, but you know what? This is the challenge I just talked about a second ago. Okay, what is it encroaching on? Why does this one work, but these don't? I mean, there's a machine up here, I get it. But like, what is it encroaching? Plus, they work when I place them like this, so honestly, I'll just place them manually. If I can't place them automatically, I'll just place them manually. I guess this has to be built out a bit as well. There you go. The ones under them shouldn't be a problem. Like, this is packed as tightly as it can be. The real work is gonna be putting the putting this stuff in here. So again, we need 6.6. I'll just overclock one of these by 66%. Or much rather, two of them by 30%. Because then well, it doesn't really matter. So we'll put these around like that. And then what we'll do is we'll have a lift come up. And temporarily have some platforms here. Just so I can set up one of these splitters. It should be nice and centered like that. I can technically move them back like that as well, which is nice. There you go. I can remove these platforms here again. And then I just need to make this lift actually hook into the... that right there. And then you also get concrete. Should have set this up beforehand, but here you go. And then, I don't know, we just overclock this one by like 66.6 repeating percent. And there you go. And I think this is probably the most space-efficient setup for this possible. I mean, it's certainly up there, because all we do now is we just hook this in here and hook these up to power. Off the wall, I'm assuming, is going to be the best idea here. Actually, I'm going to upgrade these to tier 2 wall outlets so I can hook up the top ones as well. We can just do yoink, yoink, and yoink. And there you go. And now we just merge them together on the output. And we have a nice bit of concrete getting made. Literal sardine can. But you know what? It works. And I'm happy about that. I could always move this steel belt, by the way. It just goes upstairs because it's needed upstairs for a bit. But, you know, it actually does a nice dividing line here. Which I don't mind at all. Okay, so some of this concrete is going to go into a manufacturer. So I think maybe I do want to have a manufacturer here and then have the blenders over there. I just got to bring around the nitrogen pipe. Like if I put this here, right? Say I have it in line like this. Leave a bit of space so I can still pull stuff out of there. This is enough space so I can like access all the sides of the machine. Again, this is overclocked by like just a bit to... Where's my overclockers? There they are. Take this to 3 per minute. Let me just... There you go. Clear out those outlines. That's a bug. Unfortunately, the automatic splitter setup doesn't work with manufacturers, so I still have to place these manually. But, you know, which side these come in from and stuff like that, that's going to be all different everywhere anyway, so let's just have this be the one for concrete. Like, we're just going to have this hook into there, this hook into there, and then half of it goes on to make other stuff, right? I'm also going to Have to merge these together somehow. So let's put a merger in, like, right there. Have the lift sitting right there, and then go into there. There you go. That's gonna merge them together. And then the rest of it goes on, gets combined with the steel pipes, probably right there, and then gets shipped over here. Which means all the other things are gonna insert from this side, so... yeah, they're all gonna come in from here. On, like, this line. So let's just stack these up. So they're facing the right way. Like that. Okay. And then you just do a bit of... you do a little bit of trolling. Just a little bit, though. Okay. Okay, let's do the encased things, then. Because we've got 2 ingredients done now. Let's do the encased... pipes. Let's just... I think I want to have them output on... yeah, like right here, so... let's have them sitting like right there. Whoops. Sitting like right there, and... it was 2.5, right? Okay, so I'll just overclock one of them. I'll just overclock one of them. Is this gonna fit back here? I don't have the clearance. Yeah, hold on. I think I'm gonna have to move these around a bit. They need a bit more space at the back, so... I really am out of cable, huh? That's... I can make more. It's easy enough to make, but... a little annoying. I could just grab more from the storage, but honestly I think going over to the storage building and grabbing them manually would take longer than just making them. At the end of the day, it's the same resources. There you go. And then I can even save the power by not overclocking, but instead underclocking this one. Okay, so this should pipe. This should fit in here, hopefully. We'll just clock this one down to 50%. The steel pipes. The steel pipes. They are getting made right here, right? Yeah. So again, most of these are going to go into there. The walkway is in the way now. How ironic. How ironic. Out of all the things to get in the way, it's gonna be that frickin' walkway, huh? Well... wait, these are angled. Oh no. Can't have that. I mean, come on. Who do you take me for? A madman? That looks better. Okay. I can always move the walkway. It's not a big deal. I just literally never expected it to become an issue there. That's very funny to me. Does this connect up? Beautifully. Perfectly, matter of fact. And this is going to be all the pipes that don't get used elsewhere, right? I think. Oh no, they're gonna... yeah, some of them are gonna go on and get used over here, right? That's how this one went? Yeah, okay. So that's the bottom belt. So I might as well just feed those out. They're gonna go into their own thing here. What is the other thing in here? Concrete, right? That's gonna come in from the other side? Let's have the pipes coming up top. Because concrete is already at the bottom. Yeah, like, yeah. So let's have the pipes going up top, actually. And then have the concrete at the bottom. Which means I'm gonna have to do a little bit of replanning here. The bottom ones need to be flipped around anyway. The entire bottom line basically has to change, yeah. They have to be facing... Please, just give me a normal frickin' splitter. They have to be sitting right this. I need to disable the, those real quick. Those settings. Otherwise, it's gonna become a problem. Okay, now we re-enable them. Yep, cool. Sometimes when you gotta, you know, do a bit more complex of a setup, you gotta switch it up. So, let's actually bring these up by one, instead of having them on the floor. The walkway is still gonna be in the way. Haha, funny. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all night. I'll be here all night. Right there. One right there. I hope those work. Is there a clapping emote? There is. It's I think it's just clap with a capital C. It's even animated, I believe. There you go. I mean, it only works if you have better Twitch TV, obviously. But, yeah. Okay. Now we've got the steel pipes hooked in. Now I can just grab the concrete out of here and be like... This gets sent around this way, straight into hell. By hell, I mean this production chain right here. But then it's easier to bring out the pipes, right? This is what I actually want to do. Because I want to bring these over and around. Kind of like so. Alright, this needs to be over a little bit more. It's gotta be like right here. It's a little weird. So actually, yeah, why do it this way? Turns out I don't really need the splitters. The splitters I usually just put for the sake of... putting them, really. Because it's how it works best. But I don't actually need them. Necessarily. No way this is going to be long enough. Oh my god. It is. Dude. Okay, that's the excess steel pipes. By the way, you need power. You can have it. There you go. Start eating some of the materials while we feed them already. And then the last two come in from this side. So. That's a little, you know, on the edge, but it'll do. We'll have it be up top like that, and there's no way this is long enough yet. I would have been very surprised if it worked on the first attempt there, but just a little pole to put it onto should be enough. Okay, there you go. Another reason to use the merger as well, or the splitter, just to have it, you know. And then the top, tippity top. Oh, this is offset. I never noticed. Ah, no. Not okay. Not okay. Not happening. Doing it manually. Much nicer. Would you look at that? That's a straight belt. Okay. Look at those beams scooting along. So we now just gotta bring over these modular frames that have probably already filled up in storage. They nearly have. Why are we lacking heavy reinforced plates? Whatever, I guess they're overflowing, so it's gonna take a while. Okay, get all those outputting. Again, this is gonna be even higher up top, right? So just put them up that high, and this should bring him around. And we're basically done. Well, nearly. We're nearly there. Obviously, I removed these now. And I gotta line these up like that. So I can place this there and that. Come on. Alright. And we're making heavy modular frames. 3 per minute. Now, to this part. Can I even build 2 blenders? I need more motors. Luckily, we're making them right here. Wow. Crazy. So this output is gonna get combined with 2. First of all, can I even fit 2 blenders in here somewhere? There's space over there, I guess. I guess. Maybe I should have put the fucking manufacturer over here after all. I mean, at the end of the day, it would just mean flipping this belt around and bringing over the concrete this way. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because I should be able to totally fit in 2 blenders here. Yeah, not a problem. You know, it's just that logistically, it makes more sense to have the manufacturer sitting here and the blenders over there. Because it's less belt work overall. So, actually, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. Let's have you sit over here instead. Enjoy watching every bit. Thanks for the tip on the mods. It's completely out of where Satisfactory had mods. Have a great day, safe dude. I follow. Check you later. Alright, see you, Blaze. Have a good one, man. Have a good stream. Alright, a good time, I mean. Cheers for stopping by. Yeah. So we'll just, deconstruct this real quick. And we'll just, you know, fix the mistake. The easy way. Thank God for the jetpack. And this stays the same. This just gets demolished, because this doesn't need to come out on this side. Instead, just goes over there and gonna get split off. Yep. That's totally fine. These can all be deconstructed, because we don't need them here. I don't know why I never thought about the fact that I could put the blenders here and that there's actually space over there. Oh well. You live and you learn. Which means we're also gonna have these output the other way. No, not a splitter. Merger. Going this way. Go check if they actually fit. They should. If I can fit a manufacturer, I can fit 2 blenders. That's like my rule of thumb. There you go. Like, beltwork wise, there's enough space here. It only needs 1 pipe, which I can bring around from from right here. Like, just bring it around, goes in there, and then, you know, we put in the frames and the aluminum casings, which are, I believe, on this belt. No, that's just heat sinks, but they're over there somewhere. So yeah. And let's just get rid of all this mess that I've created. I mean, we don't have to get rid of all of it, but of most of it. And let's do this cleverly, right? So this is gonna go around this way anyway, so it makes sense to split it off here and bring it over this way, right? So what we'd have is we'd have a splitter sitting here for the concrete, one sitting here for the pipes, and then we have encased beams coming in here as well. Wait, I deconstructed that one for no reason. I guess I don't really need a splitter here, do I? Or here for that matter, but it's about the principle. Like, you would bring this around on the center right here. That's the concrete. You need power. I'm gonna just give you a stack of each of these because I stole it earlier. And I don't need it in my inventory. But yeah. Should make life a bit easier. Yeah, we just bring a splitter onto here. Bada bing. That's not gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work. Yeah. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. In that case, the next best place to put it would be like right there, I guess. Actually, that works. Okay, nice. Okay. Because bringing one material over there is better than bringing 5 materials over here. Again, these are pretty straightforward as well. We can just hook these in right there. And then we just gotta bring in these, which are, again, pretty straightforward. We hook them into there. And there you go. Much simpler. Much simpler belt work. And much more efficient space use. Yeah. Because then all you need is you just take a conveyor belt around here and you bring it probably around this side, maybe even over the stations there, and yeah. So I'll bring it out this side. And while I do that, I'm also gonna quickly BRB, because I gotta pee. So I'll see you in a minute. Just a minute. Does it sound weird if I say that I can also greatly use the bathroom break to refill my water bottle? Because if I say that, everybody's gonna take it out of context and say, oh, he pisses in the bottle. But that's not what happens, obviously. There's a sink in the bathroom, so I can just, you know, refill my water bottle, because it's empty. It's not I drink, you know, bodily fluids. That kind. Well, you gotta leave him with a nugget of ambiguous comedy. Anyway. Let's set this up, like, do I want them facing this way? Inputs on this side? Or inputs on the other side? I think inputs on the other side makes more sense. You've got enough space here. You've got... yeah, this is better. So you're gonna be making fused modular frames. If you were to refill your bottle with your own water, you wouldn't need a bathroom break. Exactly! There you go. That's how you bust that logic wide open. So we're gonna have 2 of these, making fused modular frames. The nitrogen gas, we're gonna need... I want to say this times 275, so we've got more than enough. We've got 600 coming in. This uses 45. Nitrogen is never gonna be a problem. I just gotta split up this pipe. Boom. And then bring it over. Pipes aren't as nice to work with sometimes as conveyor belts, but they work well enough. Let's move them over like that. Also, while we're at it, put in some junctions to actually split these off. There you go. Gotta make the bottle sit in the sink while you wash your hands for that water efficiency. Yeah, but I don't want my dirty soapy hand water getting... like, I don't want to drink that. Like, come on. Now you're reminding me as well. In Japan, they have toilets where the sink is actually above the toilet in, like, the back, like the little, you know, box in the back that stores the water. So when that box refills after you flush, there's like a little sink up top that just you can wash your hands in. It's actually ingenious. Because the water that comes out of that tap up there, or out of the tap in a normal sink, is exactly the same. So it's actually ingenious. You're gonna use the water that you're gonna eventually flush with anyway, and you might as well wash your hands with it beforehand. It's a very genius way to save water and space. Save space with it as well, because you don't need an extra sink. Which is something that, you know, especially in the cities like Tokyo, Japanese bathrooms are not particularly spacious. Or just Japanese apartments in general are not particularly spacious. And I'm thinking, like, by the way, while I'm talking about this, I think I want to put this pipe above. Because having belts on the ground is usually easier than having pipes on the ground. So I'm gonna redo this. And lift the pipe above. Namely, I'm going to lift it up, like, that high. Yeah, that's nice. And then we're going to just do the same thing, where we whip it over like so. Bring it up. And we bring it up. And yeah, this is going to be much easier to work with. So I can just put these belt supports, and by belt I mean pipeline supports, up like so. This is crooked. Of course it is. It always is. And I should definitely make these the stackable pipeline support, just in case. Because then I can run belts under it. I mean, on this side it doesn't really matter, but on the other side it definitely does. And then I can be like, hey. Boom. Much nicer. Wait, this goes up a bit. Yeah, hold on. Let's make it the stackable pipeline supports straight away. This is why I don't use the normal ones. Usually I just use the stackable ones right away. Because they are better. And more consistent. Just easier to work with and everything. I must have pressed control. Bum. Bump. Bop. 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 There you go. Good thing about pipes is at least that they are not directional, so you don't have to worry about them like we do with belts. And then just one junction right around there. Actually, lining up from above seems like way easier. In fact, actually, let me do it while I'm standing, so I don't have as much side movement. And there we go. Okay, now we've got the pipe work done, and it's nice up and above, so I have space down below to actually work with here. Okay, next thing I'm going to need is to bring over these heavy modular frames that we're making over here. Again, as I said, I'm probably just going to loop them around here on this platform and just have them like go up a bit, and then just have them go over across the gap in the middle here. And I should actually have them scoot over by one platform though before I do that. Yeah. Plus I'm running out of iron plates. I mean, that's not a problem. I've got loads of those getting made like right over here. There you go. Just yoink those. So yeah, we want to have it like sitting right there. It's roughly centered. Perfect. Which means if it gets looped around, say we have it sitting right there. Now technically, if you do it like this, it's going to do diagonal. But what you can do is you can go you can go over like this, and that should work, maybe? I don't know, I'm actually not too sure. No, that's still too diagonal. Okay. Well, we'll just put in extra ones then. Extra work. Actually, this should work. That's a nice 90-degree angle. That's a 90-degree angle. You love to see it. You simply love to see it. And you just take it across, and then you hook it into the items somewhere. Yeah, I think I just want to bring it down to the ground floor. Only brought it up to get it over the place it was at. I think just bringing it down like this is going to work just fine. Again, you can do these, but it doesn't automatically connect them. But you can do them like that, and manually bring them out. And boom. Heavy modular frames going where they're supposed to. Now it's all about these aluminum casings. I've decided to directly hook them into this machine over here because I didn't consider that I might need more of them. And as you can imagine, I now regret that decision. It's sad that this is still not crafting the thing that's actually being made. That would be so cool if it did. However, I can also fix this. I don't even necessarily have to grab into there. I can make it like a splitter here and split it off, and actually, that's what I will do. So like line yourself up about centered. Yeah, seems good. There's no way I can put this here. Simply no way. How am I gonna do this? Could obviously bring this down or whatever, but kind of want it to be up there for now. Yeah, here's what we do. We do this from the other end. We know we hook into there, but we do it from the other end now. So this is where we want it to go. First of all, I gotta remove this and replace it with normal belt supports. At least that one. So what I can do is I can have a splitter sitting here facing this way. And I can do the same over here. Just gotta quickly do it manually. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. This should be able to connect. Nope, it cannot. In which case, okay, we'll just bring this up by one. Never mind. We will find a compromise. Really, this doesn't work? You tell me, but it should be far enough. Ah. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out here, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to accomplish here? Maybe? That is unbelievably scuffed, but also it works. It works. And it won't work over here, but you know, it worked over there, and that's this is gonna be a headache. Really, it's just gonna do me like that? I really thought this was enough space. That's why I put everything on it. I could scoot it over by one tile, but jeez. Okay, hold on. There's gotta be a better way. Just make an elevator and have them go for each other? I mean, yeah. I suppose. A bit late for me, so I got a dip. Alright, see you, boss spot. Bus spot, whichever it is. Have a good one, man. Alright. Like, I could just have it go through each other, but then the pipe's in the frickin' way. It's the frickin' pipe. Stupid pipe. Either scuffed or reworkable. Yeah, I mean, that's the choices here, right? Either I make it scuffed or I somehow rework it. You see, why don't I just scoot this top line out by one tile? It would still be scuffed, like hella scuffed, but if I do that, in theory, it should let me do this, right? Whoops. Yeah, there you go. So if I just scoot the top line out by one, it's a little scuffed, but it's a manageable level of scuffedness. And then just out of curiosity, this would work, which is a good sign, because that means I just put a 2 tall here, and then I put a 1 tall, like, here. And in theory, well, this has to be offset, wouldn't it? Well, can I just run this up there? Like that? There you go. And then that'll work. Just fine. Just ever so slightly scuffed, but totally manageable. Because now all I gotta do is just bring it along this line, and that is super easy. Again, that's why you gotta do it from the back sometimes. I could remove the support, but, you know. Also, I did say that's why you gotta do it from the back sometimes. Without even comprehending the implication. I know what I'm saying. Now, if I put a lift here... Shouldn't this just work? Okay, well, in that case... Move it over by one. Like that. I'll find a way to make this work. I hate how you can snap onto cables, and it's sometimes... By sometimes I mean always... a frickin' problem? Somehow? Really? Really? Gotta scoot it over even more. Alright, yeah. Having them in the inverted order is never easily possible. Alright, that's a little nicer. Okay, would you look at that? Beautiful. We are done. Officially. I will remove that. And I guess that one. It's no longer necessary. Okay, once we've got the aluminum casings in there, which is gonna use quite a lot. It's 150 extra. But we still have enough to go into storage and everything. These bad boys are gonna start working. They're gonna start blending. You can see in there, and it's making fused modular frames. Hell yeah! So that's the fused modular frames done. And these are gonna go into storage. So... allow me to hook these up to one of the train carts and then worry about putting them into storage. At some other point, Lamau, haha. And by some other point I mean, well, soon. Now I know the front four train carts are being filled. So up until this one. So this one should be empty. It's set to load. So I just bring up the elevator and then bring this around or something. I think around this way should probably work the best. If I say so myself. So just bring it up on the ceiling. Honestly, I like this meta of having stuff scoot along the ceiling. Wait a second. Oh no. This is offset? Really? I never noticed. I think it was there. Damn. No, the OCD is killing me. My non-existent OCD. Okay, at least that still works. Beautiful. Yeah, just make the fused modular frames, you know? Which are, I guess, out on this belt now. The first fused modular frames in this world finally made. And so like what I do is I just bring this up to another level above this, scoot it back over there, and then hook it into there. Yeah, that seems like pretty doable to me, honestly. So like you just figure this out. You just bring this up by a little bit, hook it into there. Just makes me want to croon it. And then just put your supports down up until the point where you need them. So like right here. Like right there. 2 before, like that. I don't have the flashlight. It's not nighttime anymore. I can actually see something. And then you just try to make this work. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And unfortunately, this one isn't going to get loaded on this go-around, but that's fine. It gives me time to actually make this work at home. And you know what? I'm going to ride this train home. It's going to take me exactly where I need to go, without the risk of me dying a horrible death. So, you know what? I'll live with it. Now, the cooling systems technically are also gonna have to go into storage, but they're only used to build one building, and if I need to build that building, I can always go here and grab them. And like, the only other thing they're gonna be used for is making a space elevator port, which I'm gonna automate in this desert factory anyway, so there's no real point in shipping them to my storage. First of all, because I don't have the space for it anyway, but second of all, because there's next to no use for having it in storage. Because of the building that I will build out of it, I'm probably only gonna have like one, maybe two. So, yeah, also. Man, I can't close this. I can't get rid of the duelist site there, huh? Ah, throat's a little dry. Drink a lot of water. But then the water is so lime-rich that it just makes me even drier. Okay, good stuff. It's been a while since I've taken this serene train ride through the canyon. Very nice, very chill, very relaxing. Lovely. Lovely. It's just the gay frog chemicals glitching in, kicking in. I can't even fucking talk anymore, clearly. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, because cooling systems, they're literally only used to build particle accelerator, and then also craft technically turbo motors, but I'm using a different turbo motor recipe, and to craft thermal propulsion rockets, which is going to use almost all of them anyway. So yeah, nothing to worry about. As the fog changes color every time I drive over an arbitrary biome border using this train. I love the trains, man. They're so cool. So true. They still go through the world? As you can tell, yes they do. They certainly still drive through trees and rocks and whatnot. As long as you can put a railroad track through it, the trains themselves will drive along it. Okay. Okay, fifth wagon, so that's this one. Yeah, they're all set to unloading, right? Just to make sure. Yeah. Gonna need a new line that goes out, a new outbound line. It also has to go all the way down. And it's gonna put them into storage. Oh, jeez. Is this worth it just to put them into storage? Like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I want to redesign that entire building over there because of one particular thing. I should probably, do that. One particular thing that, while it works from a neatness standpoint, is absolutely atrocious to work with. Plus, you know, again, I'm gonna expand it anyway and stuff like that. Again, this will probably all happen off stream, but let me show you the prison of my own design, in case you have not seen it yet. the prison of my own creation, which is lovingly dubbed the crawl space. So were you wondering how I got all that stuff into storage so neatly? Yeah. It's all done like this. And stuff comes from outside, from, you know, the belts that run from the train station, and it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, exactly. The idea is out of sight, out of mind. However, you know, the idea is now, okay, I have to technically hook up a conveyor belt that goes from here all the way around somewhere. I didn't even think about it. Like, it has to come in somewhere and then hook into, you know, the train output. Which is why I probably want to redesign this entire building to move the storage room to a more accessible point. Maybe a floor above or something like that. Matter of fact, I might just tear down this entire building and move it closer to the train station. So I don't have to run belts this long. Because that is long. That is far. You know? Initially, this was a great place for it, and the second floor, you know, it made all, like, the basic materials. Like, the second floor makes me these, and I want to say those. And then we've got these being made just in this building outside here. We've got these, and these being made over here downstairs. Like, right over there. And then we've got concrete being made wherever the limestone miners are and just being put into storage. Everything else is being made off-site and just belted in here, right? The rubber and plastic come from the train station. Motors, stators, encased beams, and all the steel stuff comes in on one belt, right along there. Oh yeah, quartz crystals are on that belt too. And then these are getting made in the second building outside. These are coming in from the train station. These, this, and this all comes in from the train station. So, yeah. You can make a second storage place closer. Or at a point between the train station and this one and then connect them. I mean... yeah, but I'd still tear this down eventually. Like, that's the thing. And I might even just use mods to do that, because, yeah, this is, you know, it's a pretty big building. But the thing is, like, this wasn't really planned out as much. Like, it wasn't planned far enough ahead. I didn't know how much storage space I was gonna need or anything like that. This was just, I, like, had the foundation built, like, a big foundation. It was like, I dedicated, like, I'll just take this part of the factory, this corner here, this, like, I don't know, what is this, like, 7, 8, 6 foundation-wide area and just make it the storage room. And then have the rest of it be for the basic materials and whatnot. But, you know, this doesn't really work all that well. So I think what I'll do instead is I will just put a bin at the train station to store these materials right now. And grab them from there when I need them. So right now it's all about getting that leading edge production milestone unlocked so that I can automate turbo motors. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Oh boy, I love me some turbo motors. Yay. Anyway, industrial storage container. Output is right there. Put a single belt into it. It's not like there's anything in there right now. But yeah. Plus I can then also redesign all the belts coming out of the train stations because they're also a little, you know, crisscross and all that. Matter of fact, here's a thought. There's not a lot of space below the station. This big train hub, right? There's space above, technically. But if you look below, This isn't enough to build a factory in. It would be enough for a storage room, technically. Could bring all this stuff down. But the smartest place would be to have a floor above this. That's where the storage is. And maybe, depending on how much space is left over, you know, a bit of basic production. And then above that, we take the top floor of this place and have it make all the materials that are made on site instead of coming in by train. I think that's probably the smartest idea, in my opinion. It saves me having to cart all the stuff over there. Instead, I just bring some raw resources over here. It's certainly more space than that place over there. And, I mean, that stuff can all stay. It's just, you know... Yeah, I think I like that idea. So I think that's what I'll end up doing. Probably not on this stream tonight, though. I'll probably do that off stream. Or in the next stream. Depending on how I find the time. But, yeah. Because I'm coming up on 4 hours now, and this is like a great stopping point, actually. God damn. I think I'll wait until I get this milestone unlocked, and then, yeah. That's the electronics train coming in. That's the train taking computers over to the desert. So I just wait until I have 50 of these modular frames. These fused modular frames, that's what they're called. And unlock this milestone, and then I think there's only one milestone left afterwards. Plus, I'm pretty sure I need more hard drives. Here's a problem I'm running into now. I'm pretty sure I've eaten up all the hard drives on the map. There's none left. Or much rather, the only ones left are currently very difficult to access for me. And I kinda need an alternate recipe to make the turbo motors work. Allow me to quickly save the game. So I have a new save game. And then upload that to the interactive map online just to see which pods I've actually cleared. Plus, looks like the first delivery is coming in, so that's nice. Give me my app data folder. That's where, for some reason, the game files are stored. Or at least the save files in your app data. Because the online map does give me the ability to just look at which hard drives I've already taken or not. I mean, I could also just unlock all the alternate recipes if I really wanted to, you know, there's nothing really stopping me from doing that, but that would be cheating. Haha. Okay. It's about to start unloading. Look at them go! That's not 50, that's like 34 though, that's not bad. Consider that that's effectively 2 cycles worth. That's not bad at all. Okay, hold on. Resource nodes. Just disable all those so I can actually see what's going on here. So that one needs turbo motors. That one has no requirements, but it's in the middle of the red forest. You know what? Might go for that one. That one needs a bunch of power. I thought I opened that one already, but I guess I didn't. Guess I forgot about that one. That one needs items I can't make yet. Same for that one. And there's a couple in the jungle. I'm pretty sure I can't open those either. And the jungle means swamp. Superposition oscillators, quantum computers. That one needs turbo motors as well. So there is one I can open. It's in the middle of the red forest. Like, hold on. It is... It's that one right up there. So it's like... It's the one sitting right here. What's gonna be the easiest way of getting up there? Look, I want to say it's gonna be taking the cannon that takes me down here, but then like somehow slowing down halfway. That's not gonna work. Well, guess we're going on a journey. I should probably make some medicinal inhalers before I go. Just in case. Just in case, because, you know, everything in the jungle wants to kill you all the time, every time, and you will die a horrible, painful death. So, yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Also, I should probably make some more gas filters. I've got a gas mask, but I don't have any filters. I need some coal and some rubber. Or fabric. Coal I have, fabric I have as well. Rubber I already have on me. There you go. Make as much as you can. It looks like it's gonna be 20 in total. Fine by me. Just delete the fabric. Okay. Yeah. And I just need some medicinal inhalers. Can I make them with food? I can probably make one. We're really low on mycelia. That's bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't have enough nuts for that, but I can make them out of. Ah, there's one that uses mycelia and there's one that doesn't, I see. Yeah, I can make literally 2 of them, and then we're out of mycelia. That's pretty bad. I'll take some berries with me then. Okay. And I've got a target in mind. It is, right up there. Now, the normal way in is to go up this rock wall here, right? Which is near my coal place, and then go around this way. And I might do that, but I can also climb the wall here over here, and I think that's gonna be quicker. So let's start at the oil plant? Yeah, probably want to start at the oil plant. Go into, like, the canyon here or whatever, and then climb my way up. I think it's gonna be the fastest way up. Plus, I need more fuel anyway, so going over here is actually a good idea. Because I'm gonna need to jetpack up a whole bunch, so just going around a bit is a good idea. I hate that place so much. Mostly because it's a pain to navigate. Everything wants to kill you. Like, you do not live up there. And, you know, not just that, but it's so out of reach, you barely get there. And, all the pods up there need, like, high-tier shit to open. It's stupid. What's the best way in? Right over here. Right this way, sir. No hover pack for me? I thought I could be cheeky and get a bit of hover packing going. I think walking with the blade runners is still faster, though. Might as well take these with me, considering we're so low on them, apparently. Sounds like Australia. You're pretty much on point. Must be because it's mostly spiders up there. Hey, come back here. Why are you running? You're not intellectual. Get back here. There you go. Oh yeah, there's a lot more of these. Because I think at some point, both Peas and I went through here when building the trains or whatever. The initial train tracks. And, you know, it aggroed all these boys, but then we just quickly booked it because we couldn't be arsed to fight them, and we didn't want to go this way anyway. Wait, is this the cave? This is the cave, right? This is the cave, I believe? Or is it just a thorough way? It just leads, like, to part of the cave? No, this is definitely the cave, right? Like, the... the doggo cave? The one with all the doggos? And a bunch of slugs and whatnot? I don't know if there's a way through this cave. That's the fucking thing. Because right now I'm looking at the way out. Yeah, no, this is not where I want to be. This is just the cave. I want to go through there. I gotta go up here. Okay. Let's do some climbing. Some mountain climb. I didn't even grab more fuel. I think I'll be fine. This should be enough. There's nothing to stand on here. So I'll make my own ground. This is old school climbing tactics, dude. I already hear the spiders crawling around above me. There's also a doggo up there, though. Ready your weapons, because you will need them. I hear them. There they are. These things are nasty. They do a lot of damage, by the way. Like, they are actually quite dangerous. Maybe I'm gonna use all my fuel after all. At least I'm gonna get a bunch of organs. And this isn't even the red forest yet, you know? The red forest is even further up. I'm only like halfway there. Like, I gotta get over there. Ah, well. More like over that way. You know what? I'm gonna conserve some jetpack fuel. I'm gonna go up the newfangled way, which is building ladders. Which is, you know... It uses a much easier resource, which is iron. Oh, man. I already hear them crawling again. Good thing is, while I'm on the ladder, I think they won't attack me. So I just gotta get all the way up. Well, that's gas. So I'll wear the mask. I can shoot them from the ladder, yeah. You know what? I can get rid of those, which is pretty nice. It's pretty helpful. I don't need the gas mask, I can jetpack around a bit. Make my life a lot easier. Oh, there's a slug in here. Cool, I'll grab it. Anyway, we're getting closer. I just gotta get up over there and then up to that pod up there. Not too bad. Not too tough. Going from the outside here was definitely the right idea. And I do not have any regrets. My fuel is not looking good, so I will build my way over there. The old-fashioned way, which is with ladders and platforms. Yeah, that slug is radioactively protected, so I'm not messing with that. There's like a bunch of radioactive nodes. Yeah, I gotta take that arch over there. I'm pretty sure there's nothing protecting that either. It's just, like, it doesn't have any requirements to open either, according to the online map. Like, the only thing going on with this pod is the fact that it's in a incredibly difficult to reach position. And the way here is perilous enough that you want to usually think twice about even going this way. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not much guarding it at all. Like, they even have like a little bit of a staircase for you to go up. I'll use the jetpack. Make it a bit safer. Just a bit safer. Game is saving, okay. was like, why is it frozen? Oh, it's saving, that's why. I hear a single spider. Maybe? No, that's just a pod. Yeah, look, there's nothing protecting it. Not even a radioactive rock or anything. All I needed was this one hard drive. That's what I came up here for. Look at the view from up here, though. Man. Well, this is actually not the red forest. This is the red bamboo forest. The red forest is over there. You know? I might as well grab the slug, right? While I'm here. Make this the new storage area. I mean, I could, like, put my base in here. Like, it's kind of nice and centered in the map, you know? Like, if I move maybe to the red forest a little bit over here. Over there. That's nice, like, the center of the map. And then I can fly in all the items using drones. Technically. It wouldn't be horrible. I just have, like, a big network of drones carrying around all the items. However, the highest spot on the map is still that mountain over there, not this one. And those mountains are unreachable. Speaking of spiders, love the dumb arachnophobia setting. It is a good one, yeah. It's very considerate, but also just like a nice cheeky idea. Becoming Amazon and Satisfactory. Like, the thing is, okay, so like my current storage room has like, I don't know, 30 storage bins for 30 different items, right? So if I wanted to have a storage room keeping 30 different items in stock up here and exclusively use drones to deliver all those items, each drone can basically only carry one item at a time. So I will need 30 drones. That's a lot of drones! And they all need batteries to run on. So I'm gonna have to produce like 1,000 batteries. It's possible, it's just not very fun. I think that's the other pod over there that I can't open yet because it needs turbo motors. Is this slug also free for grabs? If it is, I'll grab it because I'm here right now, right? I might as well. That one is in all kinds of gas, but if there's nothing else protecting it, I might as well grab it too. Well, there's like a bad guy here, but I'm gonna catch him off guard. Just blow him to fucking yesteryear. He should... Okay, he's still not dead. I guess it wasn't really a direct hit. That should get him. There you go. But he's like the only thing protecting the slugs, so, you know. Be a fool not to grab this. Like, don't get me wrong, from a view, like from an aesthetic standpoint, these biomes are amazing. But, yeah, you know, get playing with fun things for once. Mostly because I needed a hard drive, Dave. There's a hard drive up there. But also because I'm currently waiting on stuff to get into storage, because I'm not going to start another big project now. Because there's only, like, you know, like, I'm not going to be streaming for much longer, maybe half an hour at most. And the next big project I would work on would take me several hours to do. So it is being protected by something else. But I got a gun with a very cool reload animation. Alright, and he's dead. Give me your organs. Man, this shit burns through my gas mask very quickly, huh? Gas. Look, it's my coal power plant over there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I would have just switched to the jetpack, so it's not like I would have died. But I didn't really want to fall off yet, you know? I didn't really want to fall off yet. What a view, though, man. What a view. Look, that's a train station over there. That's our basic factory. The big old lake there. I completely forgot about that, man. That's good to know. That right there is good to know for the future. I think I'll use that once I move my base. Because that's pretty close. And this isn't even... There's one more thing to do. after I've done turbo motors, and that's fucking nuclear power, right? I think... I don't even know where I'm gonna set that up. I know there's a uranium node up on that mountain there. And then there's the other 3 uranium nodes, right? There's one in the waterfall here in the swamp. There's one in like a cave down here somewhere. And I forgot where the 3rd one is. I think it's another cave somewhere. But where would I put the nuclear power? Maybe down here in the grass fields? Because there's a good storage place over here, or like this little island here. Maybe the blue lake. Maybe just the swamp anyway, because there's already uranium there. You know? I don't even know how much uranium I want to use for it. What a beautiful view, though. Can you just, like, not? What do you mean? Can I just, like, not? You gotta specify. Not do what? Not do what? Not do uranium? What was it? I gotta get 100% of gameplay out of this game, man! It's part of the game, I gotta do it! I mean, I don't really need to go nuclear. I think my power is still okay. But I kind of want to do some crazy big builds, which will take a lot of power. Again, most of those are probably going to happen off stream. I don't know how much more I'll be streaming this playthrough. That's a sheer drop right there, dude. Damn. Nuke everything. Plus, yeah, you never know, right? Maybe with the next update, if it rolls out, it's not gonna, like, break worlds or whatever, and then I can just continue this playthrough, right? Like, what if in Update 5, if that does come out later this year, at least that was the plan that they had, they add, like, nuclear bombs. And then I'm gonna have, like, a head start. I don't have to start, like, a new playthrough or set up the whole nuclear chain then. If I do it now while I'm still enjoying the game anyway... Can we get a EG version of these funny frog emotes? What does that mean? What are you talking about, Jesse? Man, this place is pretty! Oh, there's a bauxite node up here. That's what this area is, I remember. Egg? Yeah, you mean egg? Plus, I'm pretty sure there's like a ton of enemies up here protecting this bauxite node. I don't know what the EG versions are. This is kind of overkill. Yeet! Almost a perfect hit. Holy shit. It's hard to see when you're holding the detonator out like this. Yeet! That's not far enough. That's nowhere near close. The Sag, like the shitty drawn ones. Ah! You see, that tells me a lot more. Maybe. This guy's sliding. This dude's sliding. Man, they can take a lot of these... These explosives are not doing a lot of damage, are they? I guess you could stack multiple at a time, but... Where's the fun in that? Do I even have to clear this out? Is there even any point to doing this? They're all gonna respawn anyway. How many shots do they take to kill? An entire clip if you don't miss. Now they take like, okay, 7 shots. That's too much, dude. That's not worth it. Ammo's valuable. And I can just beat him to death in like 4 hits. There you go. Way easier. Ammo's best used for the big guys, because these guys only take like 10 shots. Oh, you respawned. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take like maybe 12 shots or whatever. Okay, then maybe they do take twice as much. He did take 14 shots. Okay, I'm gonna just like commit animal cruelty against this guy. He's not ready. Plus, yeah, I think if you stick them, they just start panicking. So he's not even gonna attack me anymore. Look, it's fine. It's an alien life form. It's a self-defense. This is self-defense. It's fine. Look, he shot first! Wait, there was a drop pod over here. I'm pretty sure I looted this one already. Yeah, you can tell because the fly's flying around. I definitely did. Imagine having Megalol be GIF when you can have Pog Tasty. I mean... So what? I can probably always free up a slot or whatever. That's not a problem there. Dave got timed out for his BM message. Yeah, this one's looted. Let's grab those cables. Okay, I guess I'm dropping down. Alright. Looking cool, Joker. I should have enough stuff in storage now to hand in this milestone as well, and then unlock that extra recipe that I was looking to unlock. Plus, got a whole ton of other garbage that I can dump into storage right now. I can't get Wake Up or Roach Mode, I need something to waste my points on. Look, blame Twitch for the bug that they have introduced here, where for some reason it doesn't work, and everything will be fine. Just blame Twitch for it. Just blame them. Lol. This goes into there. This goes into there. This goes into there. Let's head over to the train station real quick. Shut up for I do 50 sus. You're gonna get refunded for like 80% of them anyway, because you're doing them too quickly. So, honestly, you know. What's the frickin' point, man? Like, what's the point, man? How much we got in here? 86, let's go. I'm gonna grab a stack of them. None of those were refunded. Well, that means they all went through. That means they all went through. Because like earlier when RT rated, you know, people were doing it in the hundreds. And like a lot of them were getting refunded. Because it was going so quickly, it just couldn't keep up. Because the image flashes for like, I don't know, half a second, right? So... yeah, it was going very quickly. Why is there an explorer out here? Or much rather, why is the marker for an explorer out here? That's the bigger question. I guess it might be glitched under the map or something. Leading edge production. The only thing remaining is particle enrichment.
In order to build the latest fix-it improved factory buildings, such as the Miner Mark III. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Miner Mark III, which is gonna need... turbo motors. Everything else we've already got. And then we also have these obviously unlocked already. I'll be working on those. Look at the amount of power they generate, dude. 25 megawatts, man. 2500. 2.5 gigawatt? 2.5 gigawatts. And then apparently these things I never even looked at, because I've never looked at this menu in like at least 50 gameplay hours. Quite sad, actually. Quite sad, if you say so. Sadg. Okay. Let's just start the research then, right? That's what I came here for anyway. Hard drive. Boom. Okay. Because that should give me an alternate recipe for turbo motors. Because the default one it's okay. But there's two alternates, and they are a little better, you know? Like, we've got all this stuff made, but I don't really want to use this recipe. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I don't want to use this recipe. I was like, is that the alternate one? That's not the alternate one. The alternate one is electric motor, which uses more RCUs but no cooling systems, and that's the important part. Because the cooling systems are really hard to make. RCUs are really easy in comparison. And they probably use less stuff overall. And then you just have more RCUs, more motors, and rotors and electromagnetic control rods. Like, rotors are super easy to make, as opposed to these. And then electromagnetic control rods to replace the rubber. They're also much simpler to make. And it's not like rubber is a problem, but yeah, you know, overall it's a lot simpler. And it has a higher yield. So it's just better. Cock. I like how everybody always uses cock, but nobody ever uses no cock. Everybody always asks, where's the cock? Nobody ever asks, how is the cock? You know? By the way, there's a microwave on the crafting bench, just in case you're wondering. Also, this light is very bright. That's Unreal Engine, man. That's Unreal Engine for you. Look, this is a Swedish company. You can tell because of all the little Swedishisms on these cans. I don't think anybody's ever expected, like on the dev team, even expected anybody to ever look at this part of the map or like the game whatsoever. Like, this is actually a recycling bin, man. And there's like an old drill head here from like a miner or something. Whoops, wrong button. And a fix-it shop. How many tickets do we have? It's because unlike you, we're not massive pessimists. That is actually insulting. You know I'm not a pessimist. I'm very much an optimist. I'm a realist! Sometimes as well. You know, I stay realistic. But I usually see the best in stuff. You know, I don't let myself get beat down by minor things. Usually. 80 tickets. I already spent a couple of them on this doggo statue, by the way, which cost like 100. Yeah. I could buy the silver hog. Could buy a pretty good engineering statue, or I could save up until we can buy the golden nut, which I believe is a very valid goal. A very valid stretch goal. You could argue. Yeah, I think that's a good point to call it though tonight. Lots of progress. Finally managed to automate fused modular frames, cooling units. Ready to do turbo motors, really. I think maybe between streams, depending on how much time I have, or just on the next stream. I don't even know when the next stream is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to do this once a week now, only on Sundays. God knows, right? But I might just tear this place down and rebuild it elsewhere or whatever. It's not like anybody really cares about the continuity of these streams anyway. Look at this as a radio. Wow. But yeah. It's a good place to call it. I am tired. You know, I've just been... Past couple days, I've been real tired. Even though I have been sleeping like 8+ hours every night, I've just been real tired. Like, I tend to go to sleep at like 2:30 or 3 a.m. Which is late, but I also sleep until 11. So I get 8 hours of sleep, right? Matter of fact, I've been going to bed earlier the past couple of nights, actually more around 2 a.m. And I'm still like really tired. I don't know what it is, man. Don't know what it is. But it's leading to me not staying up as long. So, like, it's a cycle that self-perpetuates, and I'm not going to complain about that, because I don't mind getting out of a bad sleep cycle. But yes, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I am going to call it quits here. I will see you again on Tuesday for more Sekiro. More of that Sekiro game. Yeah, I still play that, right? Haha. Until then, have a good night / rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Raid? Yeah, probably not a bad idea, actually. Good reminder. I always forget about it. Let's see, who's live right now? Before I cut you off completely. Who's worth raiding? I can't mute my own stream on Twitch. Who's worth raiding? Huh? You know what? This guy gonna stay live a little bit longer? I feel like he might. I'll send you to Wolp. Send you to Wolp. There you go. That's a good one, I think. What about Cobalt? Nah, dude. Come on now. Doesn't need a raid. Come on now. I'll send you to Wolp. See ya.